That would be, no, that would be problematic based on the video.
That would be problematic based on the video. So you're telling us that you know that this person did not make a turn due to a loud bang?
If you're going off the loud bang theory, may I explain?
Yes.
Part of the video where it cut out during the Law and Crime live stream was right as he was about to ask her about the third car in the Chamel Drinks shooting. As we know, it was really weird, everything that happened during this video that they received from FedEx. And the video shows 3 cars pulling up to the stoplight. Allegedly, Shannon wasn't one of them. We're not really arguing that part. And then the other 2 cars pull off and you see Chamel Drinks' car and actually sits there. Another car pulls up behind it. We're calling it the third car. It sits somewhat behind the other Chamel Drinks' vehicle. He hits the brake lights, lets off the brake lights, hits him again, and then you see the third car pull off. So that's where we were in the questioning of Big Burrito. Let's see what she has to say about that.
Analyst Alexander Coven about the results that he found.
I have not.
And you are aware that warrants were taken out certainly before any of those GSR results were in, correct?
Correct.
Talk about tint. You've been preparing with the state. You know that the state has said that Mr. Stillwell had tint applied to his windows of that white Audi upon renting it, correct?
Correct.
In violation of the rental agreement, I may add.
Correct.
Okay. And this tint was applied on Flat Shoals Road, according to the district attorneys, at about 6:30 p.m.?
According to them, yes.
Okay. You were able to observe the white Audi on March 16th?
I did not walk. Wasn't that interested in it at that point, so I did not walk. It was very, very dark.
Have you seen the pictures that Miss Antoinette Green took of the white Audi after it was recovered when Mr. Stillwell was arrested?
I have.
Did you see any damage to the tint, specifically the front driver passenger tint on that car?
I did not.
Okay. Mr. Kokomo, if you could rewind again. No, actually, you know what? I'm sorry. Keep it here. Keep it here. Just play it. I'm sorry, Mr. Kokomo.
Good morning, y'all.
Okay. You
That's
saw
the
that
third
speed
car.
up behind Mr.
Lying.
Stillwell?
Oh, the volume's bad?
Pause it.
All right, hold on.
You saw
Yes.
that?
All right, here we go. We got it.
Mr. Stillwell, you're aware that he, well, you've already stated this, he was victimized in the past. Someone
Should be good
shot through the rear windows, killing Tiara Jones.
Yes.
Okay. And now, that car that sped up is next to Mr. Drinks, correct? Or approaching Mr. Drinks?
It's approaching, but it stopped short of Mr. Drinks.
Okay. Mr. Kokomo, if you could please play it. Okay. So now there's a pause. So now there's one car next to Mr. Drinks, correct?
It's still not next to him. You could see from the angle that it looks like the front of the car. I'm sorry.
I love how she, it's so funny how she can see all that, but she can't see a muzzle flash. You can barely even see that in this video. We had to zoom in. This is
Front
crazy.
of the car is like, from what I can see, looks like the front of the car. The front wheels are still towards the back of the vehicle. It's not exact with the car.
Okay. Mr. Kokomo, if you could please play. Pause. See that car make a U-turn?
I do.
Okay. What car was next to Mr. Drinks when that car suddenly made a U-turn?
Judging by how the lights are, that car still appears to be back a little bit, but next to it.
All right, so now you're making three-dimensional evaluations, but we can't see a muzzle flash off this.
A muzzle.
I did not know Max said that. Shout out to Max. I had no idea. I hadn't seen this video yet, so I didn't know he said that. He said, oh, you can make three-dimensional determinations, but you can't see a muzzle flash. That's hilarious. I swear I've not seen
Mr.
this
Schardt, I'm
video.
going to explain to you. When you're, I don't know if you're mischaracterizing it. When you go to the range, example, to fire your weapons at night, and there's a line of shooters, it's not bam, 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 lights everywhere. It's a very, very muted, if it shows. So this far away with this quality of video, I would not expect to see that.
Okay, but let's talk
Brilliant.
about this car.
Sure.
This car makes a U-turn. Did you see, is there like a train that's crossing that would have let this person know, no, I need to find another route?
No.
Is there a officer saying, hey, turn around, you can't come this way?
No.
Is there an animal crossing the road that would have made this man do a U-turn?
No.
Who is this? Whose car is this that made the U-turn?
I don't know.
Okay. Do you know if anyone ever tried to use these license plate readers to determine whose car that is so we could talk to them about why they made that sudden U-turn?
Nope.
That would
I
be
heard
part of
YSL
Detective
number
Hogan's
one.
investigation, but I do not.
Okay. Hypothetically, could that car made a sudden U-turn at that exact moment because they heard a loud bang?
Check your honor,
She's been speculating this whole thing. She's not an expert in
Can
anything.
allow it.
That would be problematic based on the video.
That would be problematic based on the video. So you're telling us that you know that this person did not make a turn due to a loud bang?
If you're going off the loud bang theory, may I explain?
Yes.
If Mr. Kokomo can hit play, or
What a
rewind it back
clown.
and hit play for a second. You're going to see there's a gentleman or some person walking here. They do not break stride. They do not flinch. They do not stop. They do not jump back. They continue walking towards your loud bang or your gunfire.
Well, actually, they disappear into the bushes, don't they?
It's not a bush. It's a shadow. And I went out there.
There's not trees right there? I've been out there too, miss.
Okay, I've been out there too, so they're like walking through, but they don't break stride. They don't jump. They don't run back. They don't run.
It's amazing, though. She deflected and she never answered the question about the actual car. We're asking about the car. We're not asking about the person next to him. Super investigator, stalker, Instagram specialist, Big Burrito.
From the gunfire. So if it was gunfire enough to make a car stop, pull a U-turn in the middle of the road, that would certainly be, and using your theory, make a person get taken aback a little bit and run away.
So who's that person?
I went out there and canvassed. That's an area where it's there's a large homeless population. It's very transient, and there's also a Greyhound bus station right there.
So you
It's
didn't
a
talk to
homeless
this
person.
person?
I did
You're
not.
saying that they didn't break stride and all that. You've never talked to that person. You've never identified that person.
Could not. I tried.
Okay, but again, I'm going to ask you, and if your answer is really no, then that's fine. You're telling us, you're
She's
telling
not
the
innocent.
jury that you, as the determiner of facts, have determined that that person did not make a turn because of a loud bang.
Consistent with the person walking that would be outside of a vehicle that had no reaction at all. That's what that would lead me to believe. And I didn't charge this case, so I'm not the determiner of facts.
All right, let's talk about something else.
Then why
while
are you
we're-
here,
while we're
lady?
at the video. Mr. Kokomo, if you could just play. I want you to pause for a second, Mr. Kokomo. I want you to pay real close attention to Mr. Drinks' car,
Okay.
brake lights.
Ooh, this is where it gets good.
And you see the other car pull up a little bit more,
Correct?
and you see the brake light go once, on and off.
Correct?
Okay.
And we know why he talked about that too. Because as we mentioned before, the medical examiner said where he was shot, and if he were shot by Shannon, like Detective Hogan and I don't know, Big Burrito would like us to believe that he would not have been able to put his foot on the brake, release the brake, and put his foot on the brake again. It's physically impossible. So great point again from Max. Absolutely killing it. And I'm so glad, pun intended. And I'm so glad he mentioned this to her. There's a good bit of this video left, but as I mentioned, I want to give credit to the creator. And of course, in this specific instance, give credit to Amy. So the link to the full version of this video is going to be in the description and also in the description of this video. Y'all make sure you go over, subscribe to Amy's channel, show her some love, watch this full video because Max has a lot more that he wants to get into here with Big Burrito.